The following volleyball training program will follow the mesocycle system, in which we will start with mesocycle 1, the preparatory phase between August to September. In this phase, we will want to do some initial light training or exercise before starting the real training. We will want to do some home-based training such as jump training, upper body training, mobility drills, and leg training. In this phase, we will develop our skills in terms of our base strength and fitness, losing some weight, and also adapting muscle mass into the body. For our diet, we will want to focus on lean protein, large amount of carbohydrates, healthy fat sources, and also we will want to remain well hydrated throughout the session. Next, for mesocycle 2, which is the transition phase 1, between September to October, this is where the beginning of the real training starts. So here we will start with strength and conditioning, where we will want to do some explosive strength training and reactive strength training, such as jumping drills, which you can see in the poster that we've done here. Throughout this phase, we will want to develop our skills in terms of speed, agility, and court movement, increasing our stamina and agility, increasing the player's efficiency on service, serve reception, and individual attack, and of course, players' efficiency on individual, team, and backcourt defense. So for our diet, we want to continue a rich carbohydrate consumption, drinking a lot of water, and still consuming a lot of lean protein to promote muscle growth. Next is the mesocycle 3, which is transition phase 2 between October to November. During this phase, we want to continue the improvement of the overall body performance, which we will continue the strength and conditioning that we have done, but then maybe we want to change certain areas. So we will want to do some plyometric training such as jumps in place, standing jumps, circuit training, and tactical training. So the development of our skills during this phase is we will start to increase our muscular endurance and also our cardiovascular endurance. The players will start to having the ability to move freely and faster around the court without getting exhausted, and also able to react into the minimum time taken from various obstacles from the opponents improved. So for our diet, we'll still continue the consumption of rich carbohydrate food, healthy fats, and drink a lot of water, and still consuming a lot of lean protein for continued muscle growth. And then next we have mesocycle 4, which is the peaking phase within November to December. So during this phase, this is where one will reach the highest achievement of their body performance. So during this time, for strength and conditioning, we are going to perform some reactive strength exercises, some HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training, mix of drills training, circuit training, but then the point is to reduce the volume and increase the intensity during this peaking phase. So during this peaking phase, the development of our skills is basically we are going to master all the basic skills in volleyball, sharpen the individual skills such as serving, setting, and reception of the ball, and also we are trying to eliminate any kind of common mistake during matches. So for dietary, we will still continue on food rich with carbohydrate, healthy fat sources to gain enough energy for training, because as I said, we are going to increase the intensity during this phase, and then we are trying to take a small amount of protein into the body to maintain a good body muscle structure, and then we will start to increase our intake on minerals such as zinc and calcium to beneficial towards our strong mental and physical structure. So after the peaking phase, we have mesocycle 5, which is the competition phase. So during this phase, we are already reached the peak of our body performance. So what we want to do is to maintain that body performance with a good mental and physical health. We are starting to plan and start to strategize what we are going to do during matches, trying to analyze our opponents, and also following the meals plan and eat according to the specific time. So after we finish the competition, we enter mesocycle 6, which is the active rest phase. So this cycle starts after we finish our competition. So during this phase, all we want to do is to rest and recover from any muscle injuries and stuff like that. and start to prepare for off-season training or starting to plan for any future competition in volleyball. And we can also try to have a holiday or vacation to start to relax to avoid any mental breakdown. So that is all for how the mesocycle works in this volleyball training program. So any